Hello, welcome to our classes. I am Dr. KK Misra. This video tutorial is on research aptitude. Now come to the questions. Number 1. A person who uses the particular psychotherapeutic techniques which originated with Sigmund Freud and his followers is called A. A psychoanalyst, B. A psychiatrist, C. A child psychologist, D. A clinical psychologist. Her correct option is A. A psychoanalyst. 2. Finding the causes of behavior from a number of observations is called A. Inductive, B. Observational, C. Deductive, or D. Introspective. Her correct option is A. Inductive. 3. The clinical method is ordinarily used only when people come to psychologists with A. Social problems, B. Personal problems, C. Organizational problems, or D. Internal problems. Here correct option is B. Personal problems. 4. The process not needed in experimental research is known as A. Observation. Correct option is A. 5. A research problem is not feasible when, only when, correct option is C, it consists of independent and dependent variables. 6. How can the objectivity of the research be enhanced? A. Through its impartiality, B. Through its reliability, C. Through its validity, or D. All. The correct option is D. All. 7. Action research is, correct option is B, a research carried out to solve immediate problems. 8. The basis on which assumptions are formulated, correct option is A, cultural background of the country. 9. The technique of regulating various variables in an experiment is called, correct option is C, experimental control. 10. Psychologists with the biological perspective try to relate behavior to functions of A, body, B, mind, C, soul, D, unconscious. Correct option is A, body. 11. A little girl Lenny pushed Bapula, her brother, off his tricycle. She learned to behave this way because the behavior paid off in the past. In other words, she learned to act aggressively in certain situations because she was rewarded for such behavior in the past. With which perspective a psychologist can study this type of problem? A. Biological perspective, B. Behavioral perspective, C. Cognitive, or D. Social. Here correct option is B. Biological perspective. 12. The perspective which is concerned with characteristic changes that occur in people as they mature is known as, correct option is A. Developmental perspective. 13. A key psychic impulses are unacceptable or when they make us anxious to reduce an anxiety, we use A. Defense mechanisms, B. Superego, C. Instincts, D. Dreams. Correct option is A. Defense mechanisms. 14. The subject psychology was formally recognized in Germany in the year 1879. Correct option is C. 15. The distinction between a clinical psychologist and a psychiatrist is that, correct option is A. A clinical psychologist normally holds a PhD or MA degree or psychology degree, uh, psychology doctorate, in fact, doctorate in philosophy, and a psychiatrist holds an MD degree. 16. The per capita income of India from 1950 to 1990 is 4 times. The study is, correct option is C, longitudinal. 17. Which of the following is oblique are true about ex post facto study? A. The investigators attempt to trace an effect which has already occurred to its probable causes. B. The effect becomes dependent variable. See, the investigators have no direct control over such variables, so D all. The correct option is D all. 18. Which of the following is the most essential characteristic of a research worker? A. Sympathy. B. Open mindedness. C. Patience. Or D. Emotional. Correct option is B. Open mindedness. 19. Which of the following is classified in the category of the developmental research? A. Philosophical. B. Action. C. Descriptive. D. All. The correct option is D. All. 20. We use factorial analysis to know the difference between two variables. 21. A null hypothesis is correct option is A when there is no difference between the variables. 22. The research which is exploring new facts through the study of the past is called historical research. Correct option is 23. Action research is correct option is B. A research carried out to solve immediate problems. 24. The decline of the British Empire should have spelled the decline of English. This statement is A or an A. Fact. B. Advice. C. Opinion. D. Prejudice. Correct option is D. Prejudice. 25. To study the relationship of family size with income, a researcher classifies his population into different income slabs and then takes a random sample from each slab. Which technique of sampling does he adopt? A. Random sampling. B. Stratified random sampling. C. Cluster. Or D. Systematic. The correct option is B. Stratified random sampling. 26. Which of the following is the most read page of a thesis? Correct option is C. Abstract. 27. The historical research is different from experimental research in the process of A. Replication. B. Formulation of hypothesis. C. Hypothesis testing. D. All. The correct option is D. All. 28. To study abnormal psychology means to study mainly the nature of, correct option is B, unconscious mind. 29. Sigmund Freud is regarded as the father of psychoanalysis, correct option is A. 30. A single case experimental design in which the response to a treatment is compared to baseline occurring before and after the treatment is called. None of the options correct here, hence D is correct. This was all about this particular video tutorial. I hope that you have liked it, and if you have liked it, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, our classes, and press the bell button and pass it on to others, those who are needy now and in the future. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Best of luck.